The Deliverance Series amps were introduced in 2004, and they came about out of a discussion we were having with several people about features versus performance. And the question was, how do people perceive features and how do they relate that to versatility? And we took the position that the versatility of an amplifier design is intrinsic to the design and has nothing to do with the feature set. So to demonstrate that theory, we built an amp that had as much versatility as any of our multi-channel, multi-featured amps with a single channel and a single EQ, a couple of gain knobs, and a master volume. That became the Deliverance. Part of the mission of the Deliverance is to break stereotypes and break the mold of what people think we are and what they see as how our amplifiers perform. So there's always a thing with musicians, artists, and manufacturers where we get pigeonholed into a certain kind of thing. And the very first thing that an artist wants to do when they're getting written about and they're getting plugged into a certain box, they want to break out of that box. They don't want to be pigeonholed into that. An actor doesn't want to keep playing the same kind of roles, because then they can never get another job playing any other kind of role but that role. And the same thing happens with amplifier manufacturers. You can allow yourself to be pigeonholed, or you can constantly try to push against that. And the way to break that and the way to stay ahead of that is to constantly sort of evolve and refine, and in some cases reinvent. And in a way, the Deliverance is a reinvention of our original concept of what an amplifier could be. So right off the bat, we took a marketing position that people were intimidated by multi-feature amplifiers. We wanted to sort of break down that wall between the player's expectations and what the performance of the amplifier was really going to be and do for them. And so we took kind of a aggressive approach by having t-shirts made that basically said, "What, are you scared?" And that sort of drew people in because they kind of saw it as a challenge, and we sort of intended it as a challenge where, okay, you said you wanted the features, you wanted the buttons, you wanted the switches, you wanted all these things, and then when you got them, you said, "I'm intimidated by all the switches and features and functions." So now you have to engage with the amplifier without all those crutches, and then you have to make a new assessment about the sound and playability and versatility of the amplifier. So in this way, people that shy away from all of the features and functions because they don't want to have to sort of deal with that, absorb all of that, they can just plug in and go, "Oh, why didn't you do this a long time ago?" Well, we started out simpler and the menu kept getting longer. So we just sort of took this as an opportunity to strip everything back down to nothing and show you where we were coming from, because when we first started, you didn't really know who we were. So you didn't know where we were coming from. And this was a way to show you where we've been all along. And now we're kind of sort of encouraging you to get on board with us and see what our amplifiers do for you as a player and your creativity as a musician.